Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Crazy Hair Harmony Portal Tarot Live. How is everyone this fine Woo Woo Wednesday? Check on in. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Sorry, my hair is doing what it's doing, and Ruth's out there doing her hound dog noises. What's wrong, Ruth? You're okay. She wanted to come in here. I'm like, no, no, let's not. Let's not do that today. Too distracting. How is everybody? Check on in. Let us know that you're here. Today we're going to be doing a free one card pull for everybody who would like one. And yep, that's what we're doing. I was like, ooh, which deck? And then intuition answered. Spirit Wisdom Oracle we're going to use today. I love this deck. It's so fun and cute and just whimsical. So yes, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to give everybody probably close to 5-minute mark to check in. And whoever wants a free one card pull, we will do the password here momentarily. Oh, it feels like staying in bed. I've been on cloud nine, like on this like creative high all day. Just reading because I'm like trying to assess book 2. For those that are like, what was she talking about? I've been sending Versha. I basically cut book 1 into 4 parts to send to her so she could read it and like kind of give feedback or whatever. And same for Solar Siren, one of my besties as well. So I'm like, well, I got to get into book 2 anyway because of my critique group. And I made it, I think, to chapter 20, 17, or no, it was 17 as far as what I've submitted. But I have to write a new chapter 21 to go between my existing chapter 20 and 21. To make a shift, make a change that was kind of suggested by my critique group that like all the time I'm like, this was going to happen eventually, like toward the later part of the book. I'm like, why can't I just do it now? And it makes better sense. And the kind of twist that happens toward the end of book 2, book 2, it's going to have that much more punch because I actually decided to do this earlier. And my main character starts to let her guard down about certain things and then like gets caught in a trap a little bit. So I'm like, I have chills just talking about it. But I was just kind of going back through. I actually have more book 2 written than I remembered, which is like for a writer that like kind of left a project on the back burner and then you come back, you're like, oh, actually, I have so much of this like figured out that I was like, didn't remember I did. Because I've had these stories in my head. Well, this story that's now 7 books long in my head since 2005. It was a very different iteration of itself back then. We'll just put it that way. But this story has been living rent free in my head basically the last 20 to 21 years. That's a lifetime for some people. But it's time. It's time that I just continue. And since I want to say the second week of January, I kind of got a late start to my critique groups like NaNoWriMo, because NaNoWriMo is now defunct. It doesn't exist anymore. And for those of you wondering what that is, it's called National Novel Writing Month. It would take place in the month of November. I think they started around 2004 to 2006, somewhere in there, which is about as long as I've been thinking about turning this story into a book series, basically. I wrote endless amounts of stories in high school, which I know I have physical copies of some of them. I got this old typewriter at this place that was called Sheltered Workshop. It was like a thrift store. And I used it until the ribbon was like, you could barely read the writing on the paper anymore. And there was nowhere in town that I could just go get a new typewriter ribbon. And I didn't know how to do it. So like I kind of stopped writing on that. But by that time, we got our first computer in 98. So I just started making my stories on there. Sadness avails. I did print some of those out, but a lot of those went when that computer got fried. I don't remember how that computer got fried, like the details of it, but I lost a lot of that work. Not that it was great work. There's nothing from those stories that I would even try to remaster today anyway, so it's not a big deal, you know? It's just kind of sad because you kind of like to see where your roots are, where you started with stuff, to see how you're writing, how the voice of your writing has evolved and stuff. But yeah, compiling the stories about a book as well, a collection of short stories. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. That would be. They're really bad. Most of them are really bad, though. Really bad. But a lot of them, I noticed, especially the ones that I had to use, for stories, like, in English and stuff. There was this one, like, English was my choir and English were my jam in high school and before and after. Well, I wasn't in choir after, but, like, they just naturally were, like, what I gravitated towards, especially this creative writing class I was in. It took it as an elective in place of one of my choir classes. So I gave up a lot with the choir stuff to be in this creative writing class. And I loved the teacher. She was awesome. But I did not, for the life of me, understand like the hero's journey or how to structure an actual story, a short story. So I just had this long, meandering, rambling story of this girl trying to get away from this like faction of people who were after her because of her powers. Well, kind of weirdly like Stranger Things, but like she didn't grow up in a lab or anything, but she was whatever. So I look at that and I kind of see what I'm writing with my book series. It's a very similar premise in a way, but told in a very different way that actually has the three-part story structure and the story beats in the right places and doesn't just meander and meander and meander. We were supposed to write a short story. That story that I wrote in that creative writing class ended up being 43 pages of just me writing it out on paper. I didn't edit it or anything. I turned it in thinking, yeah, I got this in the bag. She gave me a D. A D. It was like there were really cool parts to it, but like it was basically telling every single thing she did. And then I hid behind the dumpster and then I did this and like way too much detail, way too much. And it just was like too much excitement, no downtime. Like yeah. I don't know that I deserved a D. Maybe she could have said, "Hey, let's work on structuring this better, and then you can turn it in a second iteration." But she never did that. I just got a D. But I overall ended up with an A minus in the class because of that D on that specific short story. Short story. I couldn't stop writing. I just got inspired and let it carry me with the wind. But that's the good thing about now and understanding that I didn't really understand the structure until about partway through my second college degree when I took this intro to film class where we had to actually break down movies. And movies are even more tight. Like you don't have any wiggle room for like la-di-da and around. Like you have to get to the point by this many minutes in an hour and a half film or people are going to turn it off. Case in point, the movie Punch Drunk Love. Anyone seen it? I have not gotten past that first, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 minutes that he's just basically in this alley doing stuff. Is it an alley? I don't even remember. I was so bored. I own the DVD. I bought it way back when like you just get your hands on any DVD and you thought like you hit the lottery. I've had it since probably 1999 or 2000, whenever it came out, like that year it came out. Someone gave it to me where I got it probably got it in like the $5 Walmart DVD bins back in the day. Remember those? But I, to this day, have not gotten past that. I could probably like skip past it and probably get into it. It's a movie with Adam Sandler. And I've enjoyed his other movies. I don't know why that one I just could not get into, but it's like, get to the point. Let's get going. Let's see what this is all about. I don't even know what this is about. Couldn't tell you. Apparently, just by the title, I would say he just kind of got overtaken by someone in his love life. It's just my thought. But let me catch up on comments. I've been rambling. But yeah, I've been in like a Depeche Mode rabbit hole all morning. Because there's this pivotal scene kind of I haven't written it yet, but I have like all the notes and like I could run you through the scene from start to finish in my mind. It's that ingrained in me. I just need to write it fluently for those of you to enjoy that want to. And I found the perfect song for like me to write and maybe like if it ever became like a TV series or something, this would play during this scene because I have like songs that I have for all the pivotal scenes and even just some fun filler songs like between like as a soundtrack. And the song that I came up with for this specific scene is by Depeche Mode, Leave in Silence. It's so good. And fun fact, I have never heard this song before today. And it came out the year I was born, I believe, in 82. It's been around that long. Let me just confirm that this is the year that came out. Let's see. And they have another song called, like, "Escape the Silence" or something, and I thought when, I was Googling that they were referring to that song, but no, this is a different song. Leave in Sorry, I thought I did and it didn't take, so let me try it again. Yeah, 1982 was the year that released. So that was the year I was released into this crazy world. So Leave in Silence. It's a vibe. It's like everything I want for this scene. So I'm just like on cloud nine right now, like so happy because I can just play this on loop while I actually write this scene start to finish. It's not the next scene I need to write, but like it makes it like adds fuel to my happiness so that when I know I need to sit down and write new words, it feels like this huge weight is on my shoulders a lot of times. But when I find something I'm excited and looking forward to about the writing process, it like relieves some of that heavy weight, if that makes sense. Um, Tanya, I have sent book one to a few beta readers, and it's still kind of more between alpha and beta state, especially the last half of book one. But if you want me to email it to you, I will if you want to read it. I mean, it's only been written and in the status that it's been in right now since 2018. It's been ready that long. I just haven't gotten back to it because I've been focused on book two and like what comes after. But book one will always have a place in my heart as like where it all began. Even though actual what's now book six was where it all began, because all of this is backstory to the story I was wanting to tell initially. And it kept just getting expanded into book. So here we are. I mean, who knows? By the time this crap is over, it's probably going to be a 20-book series, but I promise the books and installments like get to a point and they each have their own like it's not like those Sue Grafton books, like S is for whatever, M is for murder, A is for whatever, where you could kind of read them out of order and they still make sense. These you have to read them in a specific order for them to make sense because they build on themselves. And then book seven is technically a companion novel that is set before any of this book one, two, three, five, six take place. You notice that I didn't say four because book four actually takes place in the past. Ask me later. But yeah, it would spoil the big reveal of book six, seven, six, seven. So you have to read the very first thing that happens. This is set in like 1978, 77 and 78. Which my story, book one kicks off in 1993. And then book four, we kind of take it back old school, back to either somewhere between 71 and 74. I'm not sure on the timeline of that. I need to do the math for certain people's ages that exist in books one through three and books four, five, and six. It'll make sense when you get there, if you ever get there. Yes, I'm so glad I'm back to writing too because it just like makes me feel alive again. I don't know. I've spent like probably the last 2 years like wanting, like desiring, like I'll get out to get back into it, but something was in the way. That song by Nirvana actually is a big part of book one and book six. Something in the Way by Nirvana. I love that song. Yes. Versha, hopefully, it seems like she's enjoying book one and has finished all of book one, and I'm going to start to get her the parts of book two up till about chapter 17 to 20 that I've finished. I mean, let's be honest, they're still in draft one status for book two. Book one, the first half is in fourth draft status. The last half of that book is in closer to second to third draft because I kept going back and drafting the first part and not the last part. So I definitely need to put a little more effort into the last part of book one, but it seems so far at least she's enjoying it. Tanya would love to. Yay! Thank you. I'm excited too. Like I haven't been in a long time. And I need to stay with it instead of get this hype and then allow it to decompress because life takes over. I need to continue to allow this to be the priority or obviously my family is my priority, but like right up there with like family and sports and relationship stuff. Like this has to be up there. And, it can be and it will be. So Yes, Versha's here. Michelle De Leon, welcome. Hello, Canary's here. Hello, everybody. Linda, hello. Yes, now you're excited to read it. It's weird because when you're a creative, anyone else, correct me if I'm wrong, if this is not the same for you, and it doesn't just have to be writing. This can be painting. This could be like this happened to me even like when I was making my animations and stuff back in college, or my Sims 2 like music and videos and any music that I've written. Like when I'm in it, I'm like, this is so good. But then I'm like, no, this is absolute garbage. What? I'm not an artist. I'm not a creative. I'm not a writer. I'm not a insert whatever here that I'm working on or making. But then sometimes I'll step back from it for a while or years maybe, and then revisit some of my old work. And I'm like, actually, this isn't bad at all. Like, I kind of like it. Like, it's kind of good. Yeah, I'm not like pat my back, toot my own horn kind of vibe, but like, I'm like, how did I do that? Like, how did I do that? You know? I don't know. It's weird. But like in the process of it, I'm like, this is absolute trash. This is garbage. Like, and I know that's probably not me. That's the Matrix trying to hold me back or be like, well, no one's gonna want to read this. But getting it out to Versha, like inspired or kind of struck a chord within me that she's enjoying the story and like giving me feedback about, oh my gosh, this happened and that was so scary or whatever. Like her feedback is, and I'm just like, this actually matters. Like, even if only one or two people, it also matters to them. That's what I'm doing this for. That's why I'm doing this. I mean, obviously I'm doing this for myself and to probably work out a lot of my own like childhood and teenage trauma, obviously, but if someone else can benefit from me working these things out and infusing this with seeds of like awakening to their own spirit with no strings attached, no agendas, no hooks, just to have this a clear work of art that is going to only like allow people to be inspired by their own spirit because of the words and whatever codes of spirit that are being put in this, because we all know that the opposite is done. There's codes of like siphoning your energy, codes of just all this garbage that they put into TV, movies, books, you name it. Even commercials, you guys know, you've been around the block a few times. You understand how these things work. But I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm infusing it with pure love, pure source code, pure spirit. And obviously my human imperfect way of getting all of this out is also there as well, but it's not often you hear that someone is doing this from a place of spirit. So like to me that is fun and cool and awesome, and it's not just a cash grab. Like some of these people will write these, especially I'm not dogging on any writers that like write to market or write to the trends that are trendy right now. I just could never. Like, to me, there has to be heart and spirit and meaning to why, and the why behind I'm writing what I'm writing, not just to churn out something for people to be entertained by, because there's already a lot of that stuff out there. And not saying it's bad or it's slop. I mean, some of it's really good. But to me, I have to be like almost spiritually enmeshed in what I'm creating. So at the same time, it's almost like I take it personally if someone loves it or hates it. So I'm like working on my own, like, let me separate myself. Once I've birthed it out into the world, it's like I can kind of cut the umbilical cord of it and allow it, almost acting like it's not even a baby or a child, or I'm putting out into the world, but like a full grown adult that I'm like, you're on your own. Like, I will be loving and supporting you along the way, but your journey is no longer my journey. Like, that's where I need to get to, I mean, I haven't even like gone through the labor pains of most of the books that I'm wanting to write. So like I'm getting ahead of myself. But you get what I hope you get what I'm saying. We all have our unique way of saying things, and this is mine, I guess. Yeah, the solar flares have been solar flaring. Let's just put that out there. That's for sure. Yes, yes. Amanda Filburn's here. Welcome, my dear. Yeah, I would love to do, I mean, oddly enough, a lot of those short stories I don't think would even be good enough to waste my time. I mean, as sad as that sounds, poor past me, she was trying, but yeah. Good, not great. We'll just put it that way. They were good, but not great. Yeah. Yeah, some movies pick up slow but turn out decent, some are just off. Yeah, I agree. There's some movies I just can't get into no matter how many times I try, and others that suck me in right away, you know? So fun. Yeah, looking forward to get into the physical printed book. Yeah, me too. I mean, that will be like, this is real when I see my words like in a printed book. And for those of you wondering, I'm going to do a self-publishing journey. I'm not, you know me. I'm not about that life with the establishment and the man and the patriarchy. So of course I'm self-publishing these things. Yes, being a projector helping. I I'm like some of like the key players, people in my life are projectors. And I love that for me and for them, but I love that for me because they help. It's almost like as a pure generator myself, I'm just like pure energy, pure chaos until I have, a container to put myself in. And then I can slosh about without getting all over everything, you know? Like it can be almost like directed energy. My husband's a projector. The perfect match for me to be married to a projector. Perfect. Perfect for me because a lot of times I have all this untapped potential or energy and I just don't know how to systematically put it into play all on my own. I can, but it's difficult a lot of times unless I'm like self-fueled and self-guided, self-directed with my own like goals of like writing. Because to me, just looking at writing as a pure generator, like I have the battery power to make it happen. It's just a lot of times I don't or can't like on my own just get started and then go and go and go because a lot of times when I do that I can't stop and I'm like, oh no, I was supposed to, like, I've never done this, but like you get so lost in what you're doing that you like lose sight of everything going on around and outside of you. At least that's how I can experience it when I'm like in the zone as a pure generator in human design. Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. I am not the right person to comment on the structure and all, but for me, it's awesome. It's your pure creation. Oh, thank you. Yes, I love that. All right, enough about me. We're 20 minutes in. So let's put a 1313 in honor of divine feminine, death and rebirth energy. I know we have a Friday the 13th coming up, and Jessa and I have been kind of brainstorming some fun ideas. Even though it was supposed to be a donation only live stream that day, um, it's still gonna be donation live stream, obviously, but yeah, you'll find out. You'll find out closer to the day. And just FYI, for those of you that are here and want to know kind of our upcoming schedule. Today we're doing our free one card pull for everyone who wants one. Friday we're doing Cosmic Question Corner. So this Friday, which would be February 6th, and then Wednesday before Friday the 13th, whatever date that is. So Wednesday the 11th, I believe. Yes. We're going to be doing our eclipse special for this next upcoming eclipse season that's happening here in this month of February. And this energies will reverberate until the next eclipse cycle, which is somewhere in September, August, somewhere in there. So we'll dive really well into those waters of the eclipse. And then Friday will be kind of a giveaway, drawing, fun Friday the 13th live stream, which TBD. TBA, to be announced. All right. So all happening at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, Wednesdays and Fridays for the upcoming next couple of Fridays and Wednesdays. All right, let's start our list. Solar Siren is present and accounted for. Welcome, welcome. And so far, she's our donation, the donation that we have. Oh, no, KDR has also donated. Okay, perfect. So let's start. First one I see here is Linda. Let's get a card for Linda. Linda, we have Otter with initiations. Be open through this transitional time. This really feels in alignment with that energy we were pulling for you kind of for January, February, and kind of getting into this new year, 2026 for you, Linda. It's like you're finally going to start being in the flow of this very soon. I know this is initiations, but I almost feel there may be some sort of invitation toward you from someone or some opportunity or the universe opening up in some way that you're going to be able to take that opportunity and be able to move forward as something really fun and exciting. And he's holding a cute little shell there. So to me, that's like a vessel to contain something, to be able to have the space or the room to grow inside of this containment. So to feel like, okay, I have the structure of what I'm trying to do, but also room to grow within this contained structure. Very cool message, Linda. All right, up next, we have Canary. Let's get Canary a card. Ooh, it fell into my lap. Here we go. Okay, it fell in reverse, but we'll read it upright and see if we need to take any reversal meaning here, connotation. Strength with the hair. That's the hair. Strength. Take time to make clear decisions, bring awareness and light to the situation. Well, the fact, Canary, that I'm seeing it in reverse is it's go time. You might as well, I mean, the kind of patience, kind of hanged man, waiting in limbo kind of time is about between now and April. You're going to be able to start moving forward on these decisions that you've made, making these plans that you have to come to life, or if you're waiting for other people to be able to assist you in these plans or opportunities, they're going to start to come forward in this next couple of months. All right, that was for Canary. Let's get Michelle De Leon a card. Michelle, 1, 2, 3 here. Awesome. Michelle's card. We have the lion. Honor your soul and celebrate its journey. So there may be some spiritual awakening vibes coming in, and that's not always easy energy, but there's something you're really feeling protective of or wanting to come alive around. This could even be a community, because this stack was on top of these cards here, and I just looked at it. So all of this was covered except the power of community. Gathering grounds. This could be happening somewhere in public. Maybe you're meeting a group of friends, family, like-minded people. Like this is giving like we have a common interest or commonality or a common reason for being in this place at this time. But you really are honoring how you feel. So if you're feeling like I need to just be home and veg out and listen to some T Swift and not do anything real extreme, then do that. But then you're going to get these like almost overwhelming, Michelle, like sense or feelings like I'm ready to make something happen. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to insert whatever here. Like you're ready for something big, and you're honoring your feelings and your heart through these transitional times. I love that. All right, Tanya, let's get Tanya a card. All right. Oh, Tanya, what do you got going on? You got a lot. I'm not going to probably go into depth with all of these, but they all are relevant. So we're going to read all of them. We have frog with stepping into your power. I love that. Sea turtle with conservation. Conserve the power that you're stepping into. Make conscious choices. We have honeybee with divine feminine. You are being called on to rise to the occasion. Panther with you're protected as you're being called to rise to the occasion. I love that. We have crane, surrender. Surrender to your spirit. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, let go of those limiting beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. And then rabbit with sensitive soul. So as you're expanding into this greater, or it's not that you're greater than you've been. It's just you're able to embody more of your spirit to where you're dreaming bigger. You're not settling for crumbs or less in any kind of opportunity, relationship, client, situation, whatever the case may be. You're like looking to go even bigger or expand in ways that may make you feel a bit timid or shy or, oh my gosh, but what if? No, you're surrendering to greater things, greater intimacy, deeper connections, better aligned clients, like all of this stuff. You're ready for that next big, like helping on your plate of life, of something you can really sink your teeth into. I love that. All right, that was for Tanya. Had a lot going on energetically. So you can even take, Tanya, and anyone who wants homework, you can take the animal symbols or the words, the symbolism, any of this, and journal on it or do further research. What does the spirit animal like of the lion mean or what have you, just to get further guidance if you feel so inclined. Because these are just quick little messages today. Michelle Lynn, welcome, my dear. Let's get you a card. Michelle. We got both Michelle's here today. We have Field Mouse. How cute. With success, believe in yourself and dare to dream big. Because you think, a lot of times when people think of a mouse, they're like, oh, meek and mild, just kind of keep into the shadows, not trying to, be showy or whatever. But this is saying actually your success is going to come when you step out of your comfort zone, when you believe in yourself and dare to dream bigger than you've been in the past. Or maybe you had dreamed big in the past, but then you like had to contain it, like, oh, that's not realistic, or who am I to shine? We've all been there from time to time. But it's like I'm almost now I'm seeing like in my mind's eye like an American Tale. Does anyone remember that movie? From like either like I want to say it was in the 80s. I was a little kid when that came out, if I remember right. Fievel Goes West is like the next installment of An American Tale, if I remember correctly. But he was very funny. Now I'm seeing my old Fievel backpack that I had. It was like a stuffed animal of Fievel, but like you could unzip his like back and put stuff in it and then wear it around as a backpack. I don't wonder whatever happened to that. I mean, obviously, probably if we hadn't gotten rid of it, it would have burned in the house fire. But I wondered where that went. But it's like there may be a journey that you're going on. Fievel Goes West backpack. You're loading something up to go on some sort of trip. It could be more metaphorically speaking. You're going on like a shamanic journey or a meditation, astral travel, something like that. Anywho, hope that resonated for you. Amanda, let's get Amanda's question card. In alignment with her true spirit, what does Amanda need to know? All right, we have two for Amanda coming in hot. We have Snake with Kundalini Rising. Channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome the transition. So there's more creative life force coming online for you. You may feel these, what people will call maybe like ascension symptoms or something like that. Whether you buy into this whole new earth or whatever, like wherever you are on that. But these solar flares are really bringing these codes of awakening to slough off the density. So you may be feeling a lot of that, especially in your spine and any body part that goes from basically head to your butt, your tailbone, can feel activated or a little inflamed or sore or painful, because this like creative channel is opening up for more of these codes to come online. So you may be feeling more creative or more like like if it's not like straight out creativity, Amanda, it could be just feeling this need to declutter or purge what no longer is in alignment. Even if you don't know what like that next exciting thing looks like, you're kind of like, okay, don't want that anymore. Don't need this person in my life anymore. Don't like you're cleaning house, you're clearing old energies. And then the other one is Fox shadow work. So as within, so without, right? So as you're clearing these internal, and a lot of times when this Kundalini rises or this energy rises, it kind of burns through the shadow, through the trauma, or at the very least will kind of bring it up to the surface for us to, examine, heal it to feel it to heal it, or as I like to say, peel it. You got to feel it to peel it, and then it no longer needs to be any kind of your identity anymore. So there could be some massive healing, dark nights of the soul, spiritual awakening stuff coming up, but all for like a good end result here, Amanda. Let me try to put these away. I'm losing it. I don't have enough desk space here. Okay. Florence is here. Welcome. Let me catch back up. We have, okay, let's get one for Kashfi in alignment with her true spirit. Card for Kashfi. And we have here the fox as well. You saw me shuffle. So interestingly enough, it's like big, like emotional shifts, just past stuff that comes out almost like an outburst. It feels emotional, like emotionally weighted, emotionally heavy. So if you're feeling emotional, if you're feeling sad, just again, kind of piggybacking on the last reading we did for Kashfi about just making sure you're not just kind of taking your emotions like this big blowtorch and just burning everyone around you, but instead allowing you to feel your feelings, but doing it in a way where you're not putting those feelings on other people or making them the cause of these big feelings. Because a lot of times we think, oh, he made me feel this way. She made me feel this way. No, actually, they couldn't make you feel anything. It's just a lot of times we have buried or suppressed stuff, traumas, resentments, wounds, baggage that's like triggered within us that, yes, we react to what they did because it was already within us all along. And I know that's such a hard concept, especially for someone so young to understand. But if I could have understood this at your age, Kashfi, what a game changer that would have been for me all the rest of the years until today, that I, and when I first learned about, oh, no one can make you feel anything. It's just because, like, if someone came up to you, randomly and was like, "You really suck at the game Skip-Bo," and you've never played that game before, you're not gonna take that personally. You're just gonna be like, "Oh, okay, cool. Cool story, bro. Put it in your blog." Like, I don't care. But if you loved the game Skip-Bo and you thought you were awesome at it, and then someone came up to you and said that, um, and maybe you had some other past trauma around this game for some reason, and then they say this, it just gets right into you, and you're like, "No, I'm not. You suck at Skip-Bo. I don't suck at Skip-Bo. You skip." You know what I'm trying to say. You suck at Skip-Bo. So trigger alert, trigger warning. So just be careful. It doesn't mean you can't feel your feelings. If something is triggered, sometimes just writing out, "I feel triggered. Maybe I don't know why I feel triggered, but this girl at school said something, or my mom and my dad said something, and now I feel these big emotions and I don't know where they're coming from." And that's the thing, is you don't always need to know where they are coming from to be able to feel them and allow them to go. Just feel whatever it is you're feeling in your body, in your heart, in your spirit, in your mind, and allow it to flow away, like almost like a shower, the water going down the drain. All right. For Versha, let's get Versha a card. You're welcome, Canary. Absolutely. So we had 2 fall into my lap. For Versha, we have Otter with initiation. Be open through this transitional time. Initiations, all these solar flares. That's what's coming to mind. And then we have Whale. Very like frequency based. Whales have that like sonar or whatever with their frequencies. They communicate with those frequencies. Show compassion and forgive what needs to be forgiven. And this to me is a very internal thing for you. This is like forgiving yourself for not knowing better. But now that you know better, you're doing better. Because if we were to just have to, for the rest of our lives, hold ourselves accountable for that thing we did, that thing we did, that thing we did, without forgiving ourselves, that weight gets so heavy to where we can't keep rising. We can't keep shining. We can't keep, doing good in the world because we're weighed down by our own shame or our own guilt. So this is like a unpacking that guilt for that guilt trip that you've taken multiple times about yourself. And this could even be like hidden in the subconscious where you're not even aware that you've been quote unquote guilt tripping yourself or shaming yourself for not knowing better or doing better or allowing certain people to treat you certain ways when you were younger or, whatever the case may be. But there's this forgiveness and this lightness that's coming in with these solar codes that's allowing, and look at the water. If you can be in a bath or in, especially like a some sort of natural water, a lot of times, especially where you're at, I think you're having some kind of crazy weather right now. So it's not like you can just go float in the ocean or a lake or a river or a stream. So this would be like, creating like your own salt bath or putting natural elements into your water and blessing your water and, creating this environment where you're allowed to peel away just these feelings. It's very similar to kind of what's going on with Kashfi, but more where you're taking ownership of what you felt in the past and allowing it to flow. Really beautiful, actually. If we could all tune into this, we would all feel much lighter. So Versha, this is actually a huge gift that the universe is giving you, source is giving you to be able to offload a lot of these heavy baggages that you've been carrying around. I love that. Yes. Oh, you're so welcome. Absolutely, Michelle. Yeah, thank you. I've been looking forward to some kind of change to happen. I've been thinking about going back to school maybe. Oh, exciting. Aw, Tanya's a hot mess, girl. I'm dreaming big and trying to step away from my limiting beliefs. Aren't we all? Preach it to the choir. I love that. You're not alone, Tanya. I love you and I miss you, and hopefully we can get together soon. Sooner than later. And for those of you that don't know, Tanya's my cousin, so I love her so much. I love all of you guys. I really do. You're so welcome, Michelle Lynn. Anytime. Florence. Let's give Florence a card. Florence B. in alignment with her true spirit. And welcome, Florence. Good to see you. All right. This one wants to come out. We have the hedgehog. How cute. With acceptance. Embrace who you are. This is about leaning into your authenticity. And as I said that, I saw human design chart. So I don't know if you've personally looked into human design, Florence, but if you haven't, this would be a great time. Even if it feels overwhelming, you can just run a basic chart anywhere. An easy one would be like, Do I have one up somewhere? Geneticmatrix.com, you can run a free chart on there, and if you don't know what everything means, um, you can see, like, different numbers lit up and different channels lit up and others aren't. You can just say, look into basics of human design and then find your way that way. Um, it's so important, I think, for a lot of us to know kind of at least the basic blueprint of what we incarnated here at this time, whether this is the matrix putting this stamp on us or our spirit. Either way really doesn't matter. It's just, did you guys see that orb? I thought I saw something. Um, either way, it's giving us knowledge and wisdom about who we are or what our potential is or what have you. And if there's certain things about who you are or what you're doing that you don't like, you can always work to change those things. Or, allow the things that aren't you to slough off or peel off or take them off like a coat to become or step into who you authentically and truly are. It's really beautiful. And for some reason, looking up the spirit animal of the hedgehog might be very important for you, Florence. I put that one in wrong. The fox card. Huh. I don't know where I put your card. Hedgehog. Hedgehog was the card. Okay. Yep. She's going through a lot of emotions. I'm working on helping her with this. That's so good. Yeah. Maybe even getting her into a salt bath and like maybe making it fun. Just having her intuitively pick out some like herbs, rosemary's really great for cleansing in a bath. Rose petals. You can even like buy fresh cut flowers, just like at your local grocery store or something. And then when the flowers die, instead of throwing them away, you can hang them upside down or just kind of set them aside somewhere in your house and allow the petals to fully dry out. And then you can kind of crush them up in your bath. But sometimes when you're using herbs and flowers and stuff in your bath, you can even use fresh rose petals. There's nothing against that either. I just like to enjoy them first a little bit if it's me personally when I do that. But make sure you have a drain or before you drain it, you kind of get, they make these drains that are like really thin mesh strainer almost to catch that kind of debris. So it's not clogging up your drain or whatever. If it's something teeny tiny, like you really crush up those rose petals into almost like a dust. I mean, obviously you're probably not going to need a drain, but just make sure you allow a lot of that water to run through so it doesn't create like a sludge or something, And of course, there's a little more cleanup, but just to make it more fun and intentional. I don't know. Sometimes I do this. Sometimes I call it like an everything bath or a shaman bath. You can add even baking soda to really like cleanse. It's a great cleanser, baking soda, not just for cleaning physically, but like energetically. It's a great cleanser and it makes your skin really soft. I like to do like a cup of Epsom salt, a cup of baking soda, some essential oils. But of course, if you're going to do essential oils, I would suggest mixing them in with your, like get a big bowl, put your salt, put your baking soda and your essential oils, mix it all together. And then when you're mixing it into the bath, make sure you mix it really well. Cause sometimes a lot of times I'm lazy, so I'll just add the drops after I've already added everything and I'll try to stir it up well, but sometimes just the really concentrated oil will it'll start burning a certain area of my skin here or there. So it's advisable just to try to mix it up really well if you can beforehand. It's a little extra step, but you're not gonna like get a little skin, what's the word? Like not an allergy, but like a discomfort or like an itchiness or a bit of a rash. It usually goes away before I'm even out of the bath, but it's just a little uncomfortable. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes. Yeah. I will ask her to watch this. She does this concept of being, she does have this concept of being loved or liked by everyone. Oh my gosh. Jackie much? She even comes right out and says it in like the first part of book 1. I just want to be liked by everyone. I want to be popular. I want everyone to like me. That's not possible, but to each their own. I felt the same way growing up as well. So I totally get it. Yeah. Also, wait. Yeah, she's going through a lot of emotions. I'm working to help her. I will ask her to watch this. She has this concept of being loved or liked by everyone. Also not to get back to anyone. Just feel it. And it's completely okay. We'll work more on it. Yeah, there you go. I have chills. I saw a video Raylene shared of whales slapping their tails on the surface. I had guilt, shame, and disgust came up. I let it all come up and breathe through it. The feeling was exactly what you said about I should have done better. How did I how I did mistakes because I was not in my own power, rather I was acting. Well, then maybe you've already done this work, but anything else that comes up, you can still, onions, layers, peel deeper, peel deeper. That's what we're doing here, it seems like, all the time. Yeah, what you said. Oh wait, I read that part. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Yes, it is a cute card, little hedgehog. Yeah. Oh, human design. So you're a pro at this. You can just maybe just refresh yourself, or kind of just, I don't know, refresh yourself or dig even deeper into certain elements of your chart, just to see what you can learn about yourself, or about how to approach life. That's the thing, is it not like astrology will tell us kind of who we are or what's going to happen, but I think that human design almost takes it a step further and tells us, like, well, how do you deal with life now that you know what you know? What is your best strategy or approach forward to be able to deal with the life you're living? That's why I love human design. It's so intricately woven into the fabric of who we are that it tells us, like, our best approach or our best path forward. I love that about it. Saw that swish toward the window. I did too. It was just like, right. And it's always over here, it seems, or like from here over, not so much this side of the room. Interesting. We are facing issues with hot water last 1 month or so. I have not been able to take a meditative bath anymore. Felt more like a way to stop me from connecting. Yes. Oh, mind blown. Yeah, that reminds me. So the past few days, my washer has been, since I had the dream of like looking in a mirror and just washers for days. Remember that dream about the basement, the mansion, all the things the other day that I was talking about? Well, it was probably a week or plus ago now, but I digress. But I was in the bath. Speaking of baths, I was in the bath and I was running a load of wash, to wash, and the washer was making this weird noise that I'd never heard it make. I'm like, we bought those in 2008 when we moved into this house. So they're 18 years old soon. They were probably made 18 years ago as of now, but we moved in June of 2008. So as of June, when we bought those, it'll be 18 years old. And that's pretty long life for an appliance these days. And we did have to replace our dryer last year, which we bought the washer dryer at the same time. Because it caught on fire and it was really scary. And as someone who's had a house fire, and then my mom had a house fire in the same house, so almost like 2 house fires, to have that happen is like, oh, hell no. So, I'd wash the load of clothes and it almost smelled like a garage, like a mechanic garage. Didn't smell great. So I'd run the load again, same smell. I'm like, ugh, it's something with this washer. I know it's about to go out just since having this washer dream. And so my husband's like, yeah, we're not taking any chances like we did with the dryer. Let's just order a new one. The one that we wanted wasn't in stock here, but we got it through the warehouse or whatever. So it'll be here next week. But last night, because I hadn't told Boston or Wrigley, and I've been, about the washer situation, like, hey, maybe let's not, if you're going to run a load, maybe don't make it too heavy, because this thing is really struggling right now. And so I took the boys to the mall to eat last night, and then we went and did some shopping. $200 later, these kids are expensive with their clothes and their hats that they want to have. But with dinner, clothes, hats, whatever. $200 later, I left the mall, and then my husband had to work in Helena, across the state not across the state. I mean, obviously Montana's a huge state, but like a couple hours away. So he made it back, and then I'm like, oh, I need steps. So let's go back to the mall and we'll just walk around. But while we were at the mall, when I got back from being at the mall with the kids, Wrigley ran his own load of laundry like a big boy, which, yay! Good job, Wrigley. But I was like, I got home, got the kids kind of settled, get their, vitamins and get them into bed and all the good night, whatever. And then I go into the bathroom to like grab my water bottle that I had set there when I got home. And I looked in the washer. I'm like, I didn't run a load of clothes. What's going on? So I open it and all this smoke comes barreling out. I'm like, oh, that doesn't even smell good. This doesn't look good. This is not cool. Wrigley had washed his shirt and pants. So I'm like, oh, they don't smell great. So I'm like, Wrigley, do you need these for tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I want to wear them again. Because he wore them that day and he wanted to wear them again. Him and his friend, they wear a white shirt and these dark jeans. Like 2 days in a row, they've wanted to do that for, I don't ask questions. I don't even know. I'm like, "I'll dry them and see if they smell okay, but they don't smell okay right now." He's like, "Yeah, just dry them and we'll see." And they smelled fine after the dryer, but, yeah, something mechanical broke down, and even though it still runs, we unplugged it. I'm not taking any chances because it smelled like an electrical fire mixed with like grease and gears and mechanical stuff. And I'm not about that life taking any chances. We already have a new one coming. We can delay our laundry process. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Thankfully, I just washed the bedding before this all happened. So I technically about right now I want to wash my bedding again, but I'm gonna have to wait a couple extra days to about maybe a week before our new one's in and set up. But I can handle it. I do have an extra sheet, but I don't have an extra like mattress pad that goes between the sheet, the grounding cover, and the mattress or whatever. But usually, I only would probably have to wash that every 2 weeks anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I just thought that was weird. I'm like, okay. But I had the dream about just all these brand new washers, like, and to me, a washer does represent, getting things cleaned up. And I'm just ready to like clean up my life, clean up my house, clean up my writing, clean up crew. Anywho, let's get into some donations. Hopefully those readings applied or felt good to you guys. They felt good to me. Very fun little messages there. Yeah, water has been acting up like the valves of the flush are making funny noise since October, and then the doorknobs are suddenly coming off. Now it's the water. One time it's hot, next it's cold. Yeah. Well, it's so funny. My husband was telling me, he's like, I just feel like watched. Like I keep thinking, like out of the corner of my eye, I think someone's in our backyard in the morning when I'm like getting ready for work and stuff. And I'm like, that has been happening to me too. Like I see someone, I think it's one of my kids or someone, out of the corner of my eye, especially in the morning, like as I'm getting, breakfast and their school lunch is made and everything. I'm just like, I think one of them's standing by me and I look and there's no one there, nothing there. Or another time I'll see something kind of go by and I'll look, nothing, no one's there. And he's experiencing this and he's never, that I can recall off the top of my 22 years of memories that I have with him, ever said anything even remotely like that about him experiencing it. Me experiencing it, sure, we talk about that all the time. But him experiencing it, things are getting real when he's experiencing it. I personally, I think, anyway. I have chills when you said that. Remember when I shared my experience with you? Yes. So he was telling me that when we were walking at the mall. I'm like, yeah, it's like you're feeling watched. And not just watched the way that I have been feeling all my life. I've been feeling watched. But like this is like on another level. I don't know. It's weird. It's more physical, more visceral. I don't know. So weird. Okay, so we have a few donations that came in. So we have Jessa with her one card pull. We have Katie R. We'll get into yours, Jessa, so I won't put you on the list because we're going to do yours first. So we'll just jump right into that. But then we have Katie R. full read, Michelle Lynn full read. Yes, okay. Katie R. Boom. There we go. Okay. Yes. I hate to like leave our conversation there, but I probably should get with it, get to it. Okay. So for Jessa, let's see. So for a reading for Jessa, if you had a specific question or you texted it, maybe you already texted it. I don't know. But if you didn't, feel free. Oh, I love this stuff. I can't remember if this is one that Boston's friends sold to him and then he gave it to Wrigley. Yeah, like Boston's been like super into cologne, which kind of concerns me just a bit because, all the like hormone disrupting things that are in most fragrances, they're not like clean ingredients, So I'm kind of like, let's take it easy on this stuff. But like, he's like, I'm making a collection. I'm like, okay, I don't want to like rain on your parade or whatever, but this one smells so good. I don't even know if that's the brand name or what, but it does smell almost like, not fruity, but almost like food. Like sweet, like sweetness. Not fruity sweetness, maybe a hint of fruity sweetness. Yeah. Not scented. Pesticides. Yeah, Lane loves it too, and I avoid it like the plague. I know. This one is a body mist, hair and body mist, so it's, like, very lightly scented. I can handle that. But when he sprays those, like, Armani whatever that he got for Christmas and this other, like, I'm like, "Gag me." This is so, like, I can't stop, like, my sinuses are, like, on overtime. I hate it. I hate it. Like, you're gonna spray that, you do it in your room and then you close the door. I do not wanna be assaulted. I even I even had my character Jackie say that, um, all the different like, she arrives at the school dance and she's like, "All the, like, mixing perfumes and colognes of everyone created this one big scent that felt like chemical warfare to me," or something. I worded it differently, but I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, I went to high school just a smidgen before the Axe body spray era. Anyone remember that? Um, but it was like the CK1 imposter fragrance era, which they weren't as strong. Like they were strong at first, but then they'd wear off by like midday, so it wasn't that big a deal. But some of these colognes people wear nowadays have like massive staying power, and I am not here for that. If it's just like if it's a scent I like, that's one thing, but if it's like one I hate, I got to get the hell out of there. Like I can't handle it. I don't like it. So I try to be mindful when I have my favorite little body mists and stuff that I use, um, not to like assault the person sitting next to me at the basketball game or whatever, you know? Yeah, I know, right? Pretty much pesticides. It's like we're doing the work for them. We're spraying ourselves with it. Oh my god. All right. Jessa Gray, Solar Siren, go ahead and post your question if you're here. I don't know that she posted. I don't think she posted it above. I could be wrong though. She did say here earlier. I don't even think she got a one card pull, did she? No, she checked in before the one card pull. Maybe I'll text her. She was here, yeah. Be like, hello, you here, my friend? Let's see. All right. Hopefully she'll get this soon. But if we don't get an answer, we'll go to Katie's reading and then we'll get that done. And then when she pops back, we can get. Yes. She read it. Okay. We're in business. All right. Let me figure out what tarot deck we're using today. Let's use the gold foil tarot. That's always a classic fun one. She's typing something, so we'll get right into it here soon. Vibe check. I'll watch the replay. I got a call. Okay, perfect. So we will timestamp for her. Okay. Ruth's just clawing at the carpet out here. She does that when she stretches out. So she must be getting comfortable. All right. So she would like a reading kind of piggybacking on the poll that she did earlier for herself that she sent me cards of. So 5825. I don't know if you guys can hear Ruth clawing out there. It's funny. All right. So vibe check. What does Jessa need to know? Piggybacking on the poll she did this morning for herself. What does she need to know? Ooh, we have the Judgment and the King of Cups. And I remember in that reading, she got the King of Pentacles. So this is just further confirming there's this elevation, this like resurrection energy of your career is here. Something that was out of balance, I'm hearing gravely out of balance is now back in action, back in balance. And as I'm saying that, it's like an unbalanced load in the washing machine. Now it's balanced. Now it's able to spin correctly and have it work properly. This whole interview Second interview, hey, offering you the job. Sounds good. I'll take the job. Signing the contract, starting work. Like things are now flowing. That's what this feels like. And I just saw this deck and I heard switch to this deck. And then I heard the song Switch in my mind by I think it came out in like 04, 05, 06, somewhere in there, by Will Smith. It's like switch, turn it over, and hit it. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go to that song and see if there's any other lyrics that stand out. Switch lyrics, Will Smith. Okay, yo, mic check, mic check. Here we go. Here we go. I like that. Oh, no, over here. Yeah, I heard he got that hot new thing. It's called Switch. Let's get it going. Turn it over and hit it. Turn around now, switch. Turn it over and hit it. Yo, yo, yo. Vibe to vibe a second. It's a club. Girl, why you arrive naked? Hear that? How the veteran glide the record, but don't download. Go out and buy the record. Hey, hey. So it's like doing things with due process, not just cheating to get your way ahead. Like maybe the destiny swap energy that you were dealing with was like, no, I want it. I'm going to just illegally take what I want. This is like, no, you want that song, you want that record, you got to go out and buy it. But don't download, go out and buy the record. Something sexy about a girl on the floor, all her friends around her, the coven. I mean, real clean energy, clear energy, ain't got to touch or nothing. Ain't like I like a chick on chick or something. I'm just a sucker for a hot track. Give me a drink and a chick to tell. Stop that. Dance is a hop and a clap. Flip it around. Now bring it back. Break it down. Basically about being in the club, having a good time. Like I'm not here to like scope on. I'm just scoping on you. I don't like literally mean to date you or anything. So this is like a very fun vibe. Like okay, no, like we've risen above all the fray and now we're ready to play. Ready to slay. All right. Anything else Jessa needs to know? Vibe check about the reading she did. Woo. Here we go. Okay. Yes, it's like hard times behind you. What you were, focused on breaking what you thought was or fixing what you thought was broken for some reason. But now there's a celebration gathered with friends and family, even if it's just like, oh my God, congratulations on the job. Like you're feeling very loved, very protected, very just like sigh of relief energy here. There may even be a celebratory going out to dinner with family, as a result of potentially getting this new job. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room. This is a card of moving, new homes, buying a home, weddings, contracts, all things taking that next step in personal life, love life, career life. That's what this card does represent. It's like, are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble. Doesn't mean there's not going to be a lot of work involved. There definitely is, but you're ready. You got new opportunity. You're ready for it. Are you ready to take that chance, take that opportunity? That's what this feels like. Mic check 1 2, vibe check 1 2. Going back to that song. Yeah. I mean, I'm not seeing anything here that's concerning me, but let's just see if there's any residual destiny swap or anything. 2 of Pentacles. There still is energetically just this matrix doing its tricks, trying to throw wrenches in gears, trying to off balance the load. But this I'm hearing is a very collective energy that most of us spiritually awakened, if not all of us that aren't just constantly clearing, are dealing with anyway. So this isn't just extra tricks coming your way. It's just business as usual. Same old. But the biggest blocks that you've had are lifted, is what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing this deck. Let's just check it out. This is like more of a love and relationship one, but we'll just put this in the context of career or just energetic noise potentially standing in your way still, and just anything that needs shadows that need to come to light before we close out here for Jessa. Vibe check on the reading. Yeah, fear of loss. So here's that 9 of Swords coming up. You're afraid of losing someone or of being abandoned. Take a chance. And again, this is the opportunity. This is the self-fab job. This is, whatever, those fears. But I'm hearing they're unfounded fears. And, that career playing hard to get recently, this is not you missing opportunities by playing hard to get. This is that energy that was in the way. But again, thing of the past is what I'm hearing. So, yay! Okay, that's good. Again, there weren't any big red flags, stumbling blocks, whatever. Let's just, haha, for S&Gs, ish and giggles, let's just see if we can get a time frame for Jessa on this opportunity finally coming through for her. Oh my God. Okay, no, you're not waiting this long. You're not. But there was something set in motion around this time of 2025 is kind of what I'm looking back to here. And then on the back of the deck, once enough healing has taken place, transmuting limiting fears and beliefs, again, kind of goes in alignment with that kind of 9 of Swords energy that you got in your pull. Shadow work, inner child team, you've been there, done that. You've been doing all of this. So once enough of that has taken place, you're able to move forward. And there was something that happened or was set in motion that was particularly healing around your inner child, inner teen, between Thanksgiving and Yule, winter solstice, Christmas time, that acted almost as like a healing process for you. That now enough has taken place into the month of January, now into the month of February, that something is going to give, something is going to break through, something is coming forward. All right, hope that resonated for you, Jessa. Thanks again for your donation. And next we have Katie. All right, so Katie, and I will timestamp because I think she said she's going to watch it after work. So 106:32. 106:32. Katie R. Okay, let's go to her question. I'm going to try to see if I can access it here. Pretty sure I would be able to. My notifications. And then I'm pretty sure Katie's not here. I think she said something about being at work. Yeah. So Michelle Lynn, you can go ahead and post your question, and then we'll get right into it after Katie's question here. So hello and good day. Good day to you, Katie. Yes, like a message from Stacy, please. I'll watch after the live stream. Watch the live stream after work. Thank you. You are so welcome. Okay, let's go back to the Wake Me Up Tarot. Clearing the deck, clearing the energy. A message from Stacy to Katie. Oh, and I'm gonna try to stick to my time as I do. I don't want to check the world clock. I need a timer for. Okay, here we go for Katie. A message from Stacy to Katie. Ooh, this one flipped and did its thing. We have balance of the 6 of Pentacles here. Look at that. This is very much about the energy you've been pouring forth will be returned. And the energy that she's been pouring into things in her daily life will be returned to her. There's a return, a give and a take, a helping hand. You scratch your back. My back, I'll scratch your kind of energy, but not in a I'm only giving to get. This is a I'm giving with the assurance or the knowing that the universe is going to return what I've given tenfold. And again, it's not coming from this very selfish place. I'm only giving to get. You're giving from the kindness of your heart with the knowing that as you give, you're not being depleted. The universe will replenish that in some way. All right. So what is the message from Stacy to Katie? All right, we have 9 of Pentacles, hard work paying off. This is pampering energy, or just being able to finally have a vacation after a lot of hard work and effort, or to finally meet up or do something fun together after a lot of hard work and effort was put into something. I'm really looking at this little food tray here, almost giving Sunday brunch energy or something along those lines, more of a dessert and kind of more sweet foods kind of thing. So I don't know if this is kind of pointing at some sort of gathering where you're able to run into her, or you're going somewhere with her, as friends, out to lunch or something like that. This is also kind of giving influencer in the background. Look at all those like boxes of like PR type stuff with like, I don't know, it's like a bottle of lotion and some face cream or something along those lines. Much like spa day is what this is reminding me of. Spa treatments. This really is showing that she has like really taken it up a notch as far as her loving and taking care of herself, her energy, putting her oxygen mask on first kind of vibe. And she's wanting to start doing this again. We've been picking up on this energy for a while, but it's like she's been trying to get this solid foundation under her so that she feels she can start to have this new beginning, this new way forward where she's feeling more connected in her friendships and connections. With the Hierophant, this is very much about like marriage contracts or the traditional way of doing things, but she's like ready to level up out of that. Or if there have been things going on in that relationship, she's not letting it get her down, or she's just living her best life in spite of things maybe going on in her personal life that she's just kind of, yeah, okay, whatever. And she's just doing her own thing. But there's a lot of happiness here that I haven't seen in her energy in a very long time. And this is really cool. We have 2 9s. So it's like she's left something behind the late part of last year, maybe potentially the early part of this year. And we did leave a 9-year universal year. And now we're in this new energy of this 1 universal year. So it's very much like I wrapped some things up and now I'm like on this new trajectory. If not now, very soon she's on this new trajectory. This almost is reading like a new job as well that she's got going on or coming in or wanting to be on a job hunt for something new and something fulfilling very soon. Let's see, anything personally that Stacy would like Katie to know about their connection. How about we word it like that so we can get some real tea, real emotions, real feelings. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords and the Magician. Yeah, it's like she wants to reach out. So if you haven't heard from her, it's like she thinks about you a lot. She wants to like set the wheels in motion, so to speak, as I drop the Magician card. Set the wheels in motion to be able to, have a gathering, have a get-together, catch up, a phone call, a text, something. But she just hasn't taken that leap yet or made that thing happen yet. But that's something she would love to do. Or it's almost like weirdly, even though she's like, no, I need to show up better. It's almost like she's just expecting you to be the first one to reach out somehow or to send a note or, whatever that looks like specifically. Because that's just kind of how it usually goes, is you're the one reaching out to her or giving her a gift or whatever. So it's almost like she's put you in that role of you're the giver, she's the receiver of energy, energetically speaking. Let's just see anything else. But she would love to hear from you if that would be possible. Or again, it like occurs to her, but more subconsciously, like I should reach out to Katie or I should set something up with Katie rather than it being like, duh, I should reach out to Katie. It's more like back of mind, but not because it's not important, but because it just doesn't really occur to her that, hey, I could be the one to reach out to her. Like that makes perfect sense. Even though in the past she's consciously been aware of that. But it's like there's so many shifts and changes she'd made to her own energy that it's like she's, again, kind of getting this stable footing on this new solid ground of this new version of herself and realizing she doesn't have to operate in old ways. And in fact, old ways won't open new doors is what she's going to come to this realization of where you're concerned. Anything else? So yeah, there is this need of like pampering, resetting her energy. And she's been doing this for a while and she'll probably continue to want to be in this energy of like taking the utmost care of making sure she's getting proper sleep, making sure she's eating right, making sure she's, there may be some kind of like weight loss journey that she's been on or is like on, like wanting to start potentially, especially since like January kicked off. Like I'm looking in the back here, we see a weight right here, especially like strength training type stuff. She's just ready to get, like feel good about who she is in her skin again. And she's not there yet, but she's like working her way through that. A lot of that stuff that we were tuning into last year was very much her in her like wanting to clear the mental space. And now that she's done a lot of that legwork and groundwork, she's ready to step into the more physical space of, let me finally follow through on these actions. Let me, feel good in the body that I'm in, not just the mind that I deal with, but the body that I'm in as well. All right. So I hope that resonated for you, Katie. All right. My hair is itching my eye. Oh. All right. Let's get these put back, and then we're going to get into Michelle's reading. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So what can I expect this February and spring? I am manifesting a workout program with a knowledgeable trainer, but I'm unsure when my body will feel more ready. I want more confidence in myself that will transfer to other areas of my life, such as a new career and love. Okay, that's awesome. So let's set our timer. I'm already getting downloads, so I'm like, where do we start? Where do we start? Okay, so what I'm really seeing is just start somewhere. Like, that's what's really coming, is to be able, even if you don't feel ready, still just getting started and starting to build momentum, even if you feel like a lot of maybe the training that you're doing with a knowledgeable trainer is kind of remedial, or like kind of been there, done that, but like, let me get my sea legs again with this whole workout routine, especially where with a knowledgeable trainer is concerned. And of course, being able to find that knowledgeable trainer, if you haven't already found them, it's like one more thing you got to do, one more thing on your to-do list. So it's almost like putting out to the universe, if you haven't found that trainer yet, that I need someone that's I'm going to vibe with, that it's going to work. They're going to be able to guide me in the way that I need right now and into the future. So let's see what you can expect this February and spring, specifically with that. Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like, this is the energy you're currently in. Like, how am I going to make all this happen? Like, I want to be here, but I'm over here right now. And it's just about kind of, instead of focusing on how big of a gap between where you are and where you want to be that there is, it's about just really honoring who you are and what's going on in the body that you're currently in, but then looking forward to that future almost as kind of that anchor point to kind of act as like the quantum jump that you're wanting to take to that timeline. Because this isn't something you have to create out of thin air. It already exists. That timeline already exists. That future already exists. It's just a matter of aligning yourself or being on the same vibration or resonance as that version of you that has all of this figured out and is like well on your way to this goal. Because you're going to be able to do it. Absolutely, you're going to be able to do it. And it may be even, you're kind of spending this month, which is the shortest month of the year, because it always flies by really fast for that reason alone. But you're going to be able to utilize the time you have this month and even part of March. I'm seeing March is kind of a pivotal turning point for you, about mid-March. I heard 13th through the 19th is a big week. I don't even know what days of the week that is. Let me look it up. It seems relevant. 13th through the 19th. March. Let's see. Oops, March 13th starts on a Friday through the 19th, which is the following Thursday. Oh, there's another Friday, the 13th next month. Oh, that's so cool. 2 in a row, February and March this year. How cool. I didn't realize that until just now. Thanks for that information, Michelle. But yes, this feels like there's something going on that week that is really fueling you to be able to finally move forward or pull the trigger on something you've been wanting to do for a very long time, especially that 6 to 7 day window of time. A lot is shifting energetically for you. Yeah. Oh, you feel drawn. You haven't found one that you feel drawn to. Okay. So it may even be during that week that you find this trainer, but I'm hearing that doesn't mean you can't start showing up in other ways and almost acting as if, even if you're going to the gym and kind of just, you looked up a routine online as far as strength training or whatever. But of course, if you're wanting to like have a trainer before you even get started, of course you can go that route as well. Oh, fun fact, not leap years, March mirrors February on days. And who would know that better than someone who has a birthday in March? Jessa, that too. you, that's awesome. I did not realize that. That's a fun fact. All right, Michelle. Look at this. We have the Emperor and the There's something, okay, it does feel like masculine energy. That does not mean that the trainer has to be male. So if you're looking in the feminine area of trainers, that's totally fine and valid. It's just this person will have to show up when you're guiding or mentoring or teaching someone. You're having to step more into your masculine role. So even if this trainer is a female, she's very much embodying that masculine energy to be able to act as that mentor, that teacher, that trainer to get you the results you're looking for. And these are long-term results. Look at this. The 10 of Pentacles is like generations. This is probably the longest term card in the whole deck. So changes you're making in March. I know you're kind of setting the groundwork here this February and then kind of going into spring. But there are certain specific changes you're making this March that are going to like set the stage or set the foundation for you well into the future years of your life, like in a really good way. Yeah, I would love a male trainer. I want a healthier male relationship in my life, I feel. And a lot of times women, nothing against women guiding women at all. There's a time and a place, absolutely. But I think especially with something like strength training or working out, a woman following a man's lead in that arena just seems like perfection to me personally, and probably to you as well. Not to say that a good, awesome female trainer couldn't like kick butt and take names and help you on your journey, but there's just something about that masculine container, especially in something with strength that's needed for this, is so benefit. Like again, not knocking the female trainers out there, but in this specific dynamic, the masculine, feminine, it just works really well, really, really well. And especially if you need that healthy male relationship that's plutonic or, you know, whatever, this is going to really benefit you a lot. Let's just see anything else Michelle needs to know about this workout journey and into the spring with this trainer, finding this trainer. You can't make this crap up. The Emperor and the Empress. What was I saying? Masculine, feminine. So even though you're doing a very masculine thing of strength training, it's going to help put you in your feminine energy, being led by this strong, not just external, but internally strong masculine energy, healthy masculine person in your life to help you get the results you've been looking for. And it's not that they're doing all the work for you. No, absolutely not. You're doing a huge amount of the work, but just knowing this person has your back, even if you're paying them to, that doesn't matter. It's going to be very beneficial and helpful to you in ways that I don't think you understand or realize as of right now. But through the journey, on the journey, you're going to realize, wow, I really needed this. I feel so good. I can really embody my feminine energy while doing very hard things. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Beautiful. Not always easy, though, I will add. But these two also fell out. I love this. Miss Sovereignty, I don't need no man. Miss Sovereignty herself, she doesn't need a man, but she wants that man in her life. It's not that she's codependent on it, but it's more that she's happy and willing to have that support of that masculine energy in her life. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is victory, especially after a hard time. That comes after the Five of the Wands, which is about the conflict, the chaos, the unsureness of like, what's next? Where do I even turn? Where do I find this trainer? How do I get back on my like fitness journey? ... Whatever. You're finally getting the results you've been looking for over this next, year or so. You're feeling the love. And not just because you're looking and feeling better in your own skin, but it's almost like this internal reflection of you feeling so good about yourself. You're going to start seeing that reflected in your other connections, other relationships, your work-life balance, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we'll transfer. I want more confidence that will transfer to other areas of your life. Let's just tune into that. Let's be honest, this can also at times represent an ego card, but like healthy ego. I'm seeing in this dynamic here, this is a very healthy, tempered ego. This isn't I'm hot-ish and I know it. All of you bow down before me. No, This is, I feel really good and confident in who I am, in my skin, in my mind, in my heart. And I'm going to start seeing that reflected outside of me in the opportunities that come my way, in the relationships and connections that I'm, indulging in, or just in your happiness. Your overall happiness is going to increase a lot. So that confidence will start to leak into all sorts of other areas of life, without just effortlessly, without you having to do anything extra by way of that. All right. Okay, so we have a donation that just came in for Versha. Let me just double check our list, make sure I'm not skipping anybody. Yep, Katie, then Michelle, now Versha. Perfect. All right, question in text. Let's open that up and get that going. Okay. So timestamp, yes, let's do that. Thank you for the reminder. 125:19. This pencil's like cutting out. I gotta retrace my steps. 25:19. Okay, hopefully I can read that upon actually typing out our timestamps and we'll be good to go. Okay, I have a feeling from all the work I have done in peeling that my spirit that decided to incarnate in the inverted matrix is exactly 360-degree opposite of what I have come to know of myself. Or what I was made to believe is true as a powerless person, a burden, worthless, disgusting, etc. Rather, my energy is so potent and precise that it would have rippled into the collective and caused awakening. That is why density anchors were placed in my energy. You're right on it. And as much as we feel like the outlier or the outsider because this is what we feel we're experiencing, know that you're not the only one. You're not alone, because they can get a read on our energy as we come in, and they know, okay, powerful spirit here, powerful spirit there, powerful spirit over there as well. We got to throw the book at them and try to keep them down and make them feel less than in every way, shape, and form we can. So you're not wrong on that. Yeah, your energy is so potent and precise that it would have rippled into the collective and caused awakening. And that is why the density anchors were placed in my energy. I feel such strong dragon energies aligned with me as part of my monad. It sometimes surprises me. Lisa, a facilitator from Carrie Case, told me that my wings are getting reactivated, almost as if I am an angelic winged divine being, not the arc inverted one as portrayed by inverted reality. Yeah, gotcha. I am 100% sure about having lineage, family from various star systems like Sirian, Arcturian, Pleiadian, and other universes as well. That's why the moment I was incarnating, I was intercepted and manipulated at an energetic level. I would like to know the absolute truth about me as the pure source spark. I am an old spirit, the old spirit with so much wisdom but on a mission. Why was I manipulated so that it will help me in again remembering what I chose to forget while incarnating, as it seems to be completely opposite of what I have lived in the matrix. Time for some truth revelations of my pure source creation energy. Yeah. And I'm sure everyone that's listening here, or at least most of us listening now and on the replay, have and do feel this exact same way. So Versha's reading may feel like a collective reading in a lot of ways, but of course I'm asking in alignment with her true spirit. So, but if you're listening and it's resonating for you, you can take this as a message for you as well. I'm sure she's not opposed to sharing the love, because when we all share the same flame of a candle, it doesn't put someone else's flame out. It just gets bigger and bigger and brighter. That's how I see these readings. So if someone else's reading resonates with you, it doesn't mean that you're taking that reading away from them, because there's a lot of energy and love to give and to spread around. And you taking resonance with someone's reading doesn't mean you're taking it away from that person also having resonance with their reading, if that makes sense. So listen up. If you're feeling like wanting a collective reading on everything we just touched on in her reading there, or her question, listen up. Okay, let's get the truth. Let's get to the brass tacks of if this feeling's correct. And absolutely, yes, absolutely. Let's get to it, though. Let's just see what the cards have to say about everything that you said. Yeah, again, you were deceived. You were lied to. You were cheated on. You were stolen from of the true identity of who you are. Having and forced to wear false masks because you felt you had to fit in, because you felt like the dog shit on someone's shoe walking past. And that's so far removed from the truth of who you actually are. It's like laughable. It's not even funny though. Like, and you're not the only one. So many of us have felt this way, like, this world doesn't really need me, doesn't need my creations. Like, why am I even here? Like, we've all been there in those dark night of the soul moments from time to time. And this can even be a dark night of the soul card. And a lot of times when we're on these spiritual journeys, we can get stuck in the like spin cycle of this broken washing machine of the false matrix of feeling deceived about who we truly are and the amount of light that we are. I mean, look, we're in this photo booth of darkness, and I'm hearing Doctor Who. Again, I've never seen the show, and I don't know much about the lore of Doctor Who, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, those Doctor Who fans or people who know are in the know, I think it's a time machine. 100% says Solar Siren, aka Jessa. I think it's a time machine. And there's different doctors each season or something. That's about the extent of my knowledge of Doctor Who. I probably should look into it. I'll probably be obsessed just like I am with Stranger Things. But I digress. Let's get back to it. Okay, so I'm hearing there were different versions overlaid almost as anchor points to stop you from awakening to who you truly are. Little bits of pieces of this or that would maybe entice your ego along the way because you're waking up. So, hey, let's throw a wrench in the gears of this full awakening and throw their ego a bone. Throw Versha's ego a bone. Throw this person watching right now's ego a bone to kind of get them distracted off their actual path. Did you see that? I was like, I stopped because I'm like, something's going to happen. I knew it. I could feel it. And then did you just see it? And I just heard white dragon energy right as I saw that white orb. Holy cow. You can't make this stuff up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we know why. We know why they did it. And by they, I mean whoever's, orchestrating this matrix crap. But let's just see what needs to come out. Overwhelmed, overburdened, distracted, busy, overworked and underpaid, just keeping people on this hamster wheel, spin cycle of life, just distract the ego, or maybe pump the ego up from time to time to throw them the bone so that they don't dig deeper to the truth of all of this is just someone's idea of how society should be, of how work life should be, about how the school system should be. These are all just ideas that either someone or a group of someones, usually not with our best interests at heart, have put in place. These are not organic to Earth itself. They're all just false ways of operating. It's like downloading or installing a false operating system over something that just innately knew what to do. And that's why so many of us have struggled in different systems, or just, being in that corporate grind, or others of us have like, no, I'm going to be the ghost in the machine of this corporate grind, and I'm going to do it my way. White dragon is my dragon. I connect last year, and he is always with me. Remember, I shared with you on text, also a green smaller one and a huge metallic dark one who rose up from the Gulf, Panama. Oh my gosh. And I'm just now here, right as I read Panama, I'm hearing this song by, I always forget the name. It's an 80s. The song is called Panama, I think. Van Halen. I should have known that. Duh. Jump back. What's that sound? Here she comes, full blast, top down, hot shoe burning down the avenue, model citizen, zero discipline. Don't you know she's coming home to me? You'll lose her in the turn. I'll get her. Panama, 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 Panama. Ain't nothing like it. Her shiny machine. Got the feel for the wheel. Keep the moving parts clean. What was I saying? Ghost in the machine. The spin cycle of the broken washing machine. Oh my God. Wow. I have chills. Hot shoe burning down the avenue. Out and on ramp coming through my bedroom. Don't you know she's coming home to me? You'll lose her in the turn. I'll get her. Ooh, uh-oh. Panama, Panama, Panama. Let's just Google what is the meaning of the song Panama by Van Halen. We'll get Google's take on it just for today. Okay, so it's about a fast car, not the country inspired by not the country. So it's a fast car, not the country, inspired by a drag racer called Panama Express, also referencing David Lee Roth's 69 Opel Kadett, written after a reporter challenged Roth to write about fast cars. The song uses car-related metaphors and innuendo to blend automotive passion with suggestive themes. The actual engine sounds from Eddie Van Halen's Lamborghini are featured in the bridge. Okay, we'll turn that timer off. So the song was sparked by reporters' criticism. But think of, we can consider the vehicle, the car, a vessel. Our body as a vessel. It's a means of transportation while we're on this plane of existence. Yeah, jump back. What's that sound? It almost feels like a scare, like a jump scare. Like, oh, what was that sound? And then here she comes, full blast, top down. Like, I give no Fs. I am here. Take me as I am. And then hot shoe burning down the avenue. It's like just full speed ahead. Model citizen, but then zero discipline. That's an oxymoron, right? You can't be a model citizen but have zero discipline because they want you all disciplined and overworked and underpaid, right? Don't you know she's coming home to me? This almost feels like this is like the Matrix coming online, like, oh, she's coming home to me. You'll lose her in the turn, meaning you'll lose yourself in the Matrix. I'll get her. Ain't nothing like it. Her shiny machine, again, your vessel through which you came into this incarnation in, but also your spirit. They consider this like a shiny machine that we can utilize for the ends to our means to our own ends, is kind of what I'm getting. Got no feel for the wheel. Keep the moving parts clean. Oh, got the feel for the wheel. It's like you're finally like getting you, Versha, spirit, finally getting your feel for the wheel. Like, the first however many years of your life, you felt like someone else had the wheel and it was just going out of control. But now you've got a feel for the wheel. Back with that connection to your true spirit. And keep the moving parts clean. They've been trying to clutter up and toxify and chemicalize our parts this whole time. And here are spirits coming into, and these, solar flares and all the help to clean these machines that we're in. It just jumped. Let me go back. Hot shoe burning, you're just bat out of hell. Out and on ramp coming through my bedroom. That almost kind of is giving like astral projection while you're sleeping, in a way. Or utilizing your life force while you're asleep to do what you need to do. Don't you know she's coming home to me? You'll lose her in the turn. I'll get her. Uh-oh. Panama. Yeah, listen to the song. It's like an upbeat song. Like, I don't think I had ever, besides the Panama part, ever listened or knew what the lyrics were. I know they played this song on Superbad, the movie Superbad, when they're like shooting the cop car and causing fires and stuff. With the cops, McLovin and the cops are like... If you haven't seen it, it sounds unhinged, but just watch it, I guess. Listen to the song Panama by Van Halen. I know we kind of took a bit of a detour, but this is letting you know, like, look how fast that's moving. And this whole song is about like fast cars, like really fast cars. Let me catch up on your comments here. Yeah, I have chills as I came like that onto Earth. I have chills, more chills. Oh my God. That's what happened, right? I forgot my true essence. Everyone did. And they're trying to tell you, we got you. We got you. Like almost like this subliminal programming, like you're ours. You belong to the Matrix. You belong to the machine. You're a cog in the machine. Get back to work, pleb. Get back to work, peon. You don't have any big order here other than to be a cog in our machine. You have no power because we control the machine. It's like, I don't need your machine to be bright and powerful. And in fact, it's keeping me from doing such in a lot of ways. So like, hey, peace out. I'm going to do my own thing in alignment with my spirit. Yeah. That's what happened, right? Forgot my true essence. Everyone did. Pollution, toxins in food and water and social media, etc. Oh, I have known for a while that I am more active when I sleep, as if I'm doing more work energy-wise. Yes. All right, let's just see closing statement. Anything you need to know about just being able to keep that embodiment of that knowing that I am not this worthless being here with no real consequence or purpose. To remember that you are everything. You are the source. You are the creator. How can you remember that? Okay, even in times of chaos, you're shining that light. You're Miss Sovereignty. Even with all the news and social media and distortions. Remember, the new matrix is the iPhone. Even with all of that, you're maintaining your sovereignty and knowing. You're that deep knowing of who you are, even through the chaos. And you're grounding that into the physical body, into the physical embodiment, into physical reality. And thus shifting how your physical reality actually is and what it looks like and what it is. But it's going to come at a tower moment as this matrix system you've been living in is crumbling around you. You're not having to do it alone. There are plenty of other players. You're but one string in the symphony, or one note in this beautiful magnum opus of a beautiful song. And you will be able to take action on these plans that your spirit had when you incarnated in this. Even though you forgot for a while, we all did, you're going to be able to move forward. And not just in very material world ways. This is literally overriding the matrix system, because you are the true system. You are in alignment with the true system of this planet, which is the organic earth, the original blueprint. Wow. Our timer went off, but wow, I could keep going and going and going. That almost felt like a cosmic question, because it applies to pretty much all of us. Let's just see if there's anything we missed that is very specific to you, Versha, or whatever it needs to say, specific to you. I just heard buckle up and enjoy the ride. Because it will pay. That hard work will pay off. It will pay off. Wow. And then temperance on the back of the deck. This is about embodying or finding the balance between spirit and human self, and embodying that. Hope you guys can hear my chair just squeak, squeak, squeak. I've been grounding a lot of peace, calm, and stillness these days. I know I have so many more questions now, right? Speaking of questions, Friday we're going to be doing our Cosmic Question Corner. So come with all of your cosmic questions, whatever it is you want to know the answer to. Current events, conspiracy theories, just ways the world operates that you would like the truth about. Bring your questions. We'll put a few new ones in because we have, I want to say 8 or, oh God, there's a spider in there. It's the kind of spider I like. Do you see him? It's the little, they move sideways and backwards. How do you get in there? That's a sign. The original weaver of the web of creation. Patience. Spiders teach patience because they have to wait. They create the web and then they wait. These ones are the cute ones. I'll show you a close-up of what this guy looks like. Not on here, but online. I'll leave you to our cosmic questions. That's good luck, I think, having that cute little spider. I can't remember what the name of it. It's like a jumping spider. I know that sounds scary. Who wants a spider jumping at them? But those ones are totally harmless, I promise. And I used to be afraid as a kid. I was afraid of every spider except a cat spider, which look creepier than most, which is weird. And they can bite you. So why was I not afraid of that one? I don't know. I want to find the exact name of it. Oh, Johnson's Jumper, I think. Images. Okay, so this is what this little guy looks like up close. He's just a cute little fuzzy guy. He's just a cute little guy. Isn't he cute? I know that makes him look huge, but he's cute. He's tiny. Look at him. He's tiny. It's like smaller than my pinky nail. He's a little guy. I know spiders creep some people out, so I apologize if they creep you out. Yeah, look at that. He's just a little guy. He's like so cute. Yeah, I don't mind when I run into those kind of spiders. And weirdly enough, I haven't had any box elder bugs this whole season. Like usually in the winter I'll find a couple. Benny the box elder bug did not visit us this year. Probably because it didn't get cold enough. I'm gonna be honest. We had a few cold days, but like, I mean, what even is that? That's not February in Montana. We should be like under 3 feet of snow. Look at that. Just a warm, sunny day. I mean, the sky's a bit hazy because of this chemtrails, but like other than that, like I missed Benny the box elder bug this season. I really did. Getting Seven of Pentacles a lot whenever I ask when things change for the better. So maybe the weaving process is in motion, like a spider takes time to weave a web. The reality is in the making. Let me just see if I can get a specific like spirit animal meaning for the jumping spider. Okay. Spiritual meaning of jumping spider. Okay. Jumping spiders spiritually symbolize alertness, curiosity, creativity, and divine feminine energy. Spiders themselves, I mean, all of that could apply to spiders in general, but often seen as messengers bringing insight about weaving your own fate or finding joy in small things, representing nonlinear paths, powerful intuition, and the creative power. Unlike larger, more fearful spiders, they suggest paying closer attention, trusting intuition, and recognizing wisdom or hidden wisdom in the world, encouraging you to observe, create, and leap into destiny with focus and playfulness. So, like other spiders, jumping spiders connect to the ancient idea of weaving threads, life's threads, but their quick movements add a dynamic aspect of fate. You actively create it. Your spirit actively creates it outside of any birth chart or human design or matrix control. Your spirit has this element of, no, I'm in charge around here. Even if it's just a little bit that you exert and then a little more and a little more, the more you start exerting your own spiritual authority, the more access you have to said spiritual authority is what's coming through. Wow. Alertness and observation, curiosity and playfulness, divine feminine and creation, intuition and hidden wisdom, nonlinear paths. To jump into unexpected directions symbolize that your journey to goals isn't always in a straight line. And in fact, it's not even always on the same timeline, especially if we're, jumping spider, quantum jumping. If you don't like the reality you're in, jump to one that's more in alignment with where you're looking to go. Yeah. Kay is like, it's not cute, it's creepy. I would have said the exact same thing at her age. So I get it. I get it. Yeah, and the Seven of Pentacles really is about, I don't have to just be funneled into this one outcome, this one journey, this one box. I can, again, if this isn't working for me, I jump to a different timeline where there are other opportunities available to me that weren't available to me on this past timeline or this old timeline that I was just on. Wow, very cool. When you see one, take notice. It is a sign to pause and observe your surroundings and inner self. Embrace creativity. Consider it an encouragement to start or continue a creative project. Yes, this is so vibing with me right now. Trust your instinct, a reminder to listen to your intuition and take inspired leaps. And find joy in the small things, a message to appreciate the beauty and wisdom in tiny moments and creatures. I mean, I was not expecting that today, were you? I wasn't. And yeah, it kind of does look creepy, but like, cute. It's got like fuzz all over it. It's really hard to see in this dirty jar. It's kind of like gray fuzzy on it. I mean, if it were bigger, you could pet it like a dog. Oh, it's so cute though. Like, I wish I could show you the face. It is so cute. Maybe I can take a picture and then show you the picture. Of course, it's a little like warped because of the glass, but I'll try my best. I mean, I did used to be a professional photographer. Maybe I can figure it out. Although I'm using an iPhone to try to do it. We'll see. I'll try. Yeah, the glass is kind of warping the face. Yeah, that's not great. That's not a great photo, Amanda. What are you doing? Maybe if I do from a top-down approach, we'll get her. We'll get her yet. I mean, you can kind of see the cuteness of the face, but if I could get closer, like those black dots are obviously the eyes, and then the little gray things in front of the eyes are the little, I call them the hands. I know they're not hands, they're something else, but maybe I can get him to move a little bit so I can, oh, this would be a good angle. Let's see. My lip itches, so I'm like biting it to itch my lip. Let's see. I want to get this so you guys can see it really close. Past versions of me would be appalled that I could hold this and not be afraid that it was going to jump out and bite me or something. Okay. It's probably about as good as we're going to get. I did show you one online. I mean, good, not great. You can kind of see his little eyes and then the little, just like a little beggar. So cute. Anyway, that was a fun surprise to end our live stream today. Creativity. And those of you that are still watching or watching on the replay, this is your like permission slip to get back into that creative project or start a new one if that's something you're inclined to do. And your creative project doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I'm an amazing painter, an amazing writer, an amazing anything. Just you wanting to rearrange your bedroom can be a creative act. Or styling your hair, doing your makeup, making your food can be very creative. I mean, possibilities are endless. The way that you're creating this canvas of life and creations that you create, you can do it in a lot of ways that aren't just straight up artistic, you know? But if you are an artist, almost everything you do has the flair of the artistic in it without you even meaning to, because you infuse it with your energy, whether you meaning to or not, you know? I don't feel inclined to do anything at the moment, just cooking, and that too, not every day. I get it. I was there pretty much, I don't know, felt like October through early January. I'm like, I don't want to do crap at all right now. I just want to not, I don't want to be in this matrix. I don't want to create anything beautiful. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't really want to talk to anyone unless they're someone I choose to talk to. Like that's where I was for a couple months. Not to say I was like upset or depressed or anything like that. I think I was just deeply like overworked and underrested, and I just needed time to just take a breathe and rest, you know. Hello John. I did the one card pulls earlier. It wasn't the first 20 minutes, like I said. It was probably closer to the first, somewhere in the first 40 minutes. I did the free one cards for everybody who was here. But I will be doing a Cosmic Question Corner on Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That's when we start that live stream this Friday. And what you do is you, in our spider jar here, you will enter, let me just grab one of these. Let's see what one of them says. This is just an example of one of our cosmic questions. And this was put in by Jessica, which I don't think I've seen her on here in a minute. Things or signs to look out for when it comes to people that may not be connected to source. You know, just some words of wisdom and advice and how to navigate where we're at. No, you're totally fine. No, I'm more than happy and willing to answer your guys' questions. Just usually when we're, you know, in that portion of the live stream. If you wanted to donate for a question, I can obviously stick on the line for that. But usually you'll do that. I don't know. I do a free one card pull at least once a month. Sometimes I like to get it closer to every 2.5 to 3 weeks or so. To make room for all the other fun little things that we do around here, like pick a cards from time to time. We don't do a lot of those. Cosmic Question Corner, we do a giveaway and a drawing every once in a while. We do collective readings, like eclipse readings. We do all sorts of stuff. But probably about every 3 weeks to a month, I do, well, every 2.5 weeks to a month. Sometimes it's longer if I have to take a day off because I have a migraine or something going on. But yeah, I like to try to give back to all of you that come here for free one card pull. So if you're only interested in that, probably probably about another 2 to 2.5 weeks. I'll be doing that again. Yep. All right. Well, that's probably going to do it for me today. I'm going to remind myself right now to put these timestamps in the comments as I sign off. So thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Until next time, which will be Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, I will be here for our Cosmic Question Corner. So be thinking about those cosmic questions if you would like to get one of those answered today. Very fun. All right, you guys, peace. I'll see you next time.